Ashley Mack, VP of Membership, Judy E, VP of Marketing and Communications, and Laura Takashita, VP of Finance and Operations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the naaap Atlanta Board.
Okay, I think we are ready for the buffet. So the food is served? Oh, okay. Well, I think we need a couple of minutes. Okay, this is where we tap dance, Jenny?
It's been a few years since I've danced for you. Don't make me do it now.
All right, well, we have to wait a little bit.
All right.
The food is not ready.
So, there's more drinks.
We have more drinks at the back?
Yes, if we haven't already given you your public service announcement, please note, in the back corner here is your beverages for the evening. Again, directly behind you is where we've been featuring many of our grant recipients, awardees from last year and even years past. The silent auction, once again, is to my left. And all important, the restrooms are to my right, so it's near the entrance when you first came in. So I think that those would cover the main places that you need to be tonight, apart from, of course, putting here back in the center when we have the rest of our evening activities.
Okay, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to rearrange the agenda for a little bit, but we are going to go ahead and call Lisa up on the stage. And she's our first featured speaker. Lisa is the Director of Diversity and Inclusion at Cox Communications. She has over 15 years of experience working with diversity, affirmative action, equal employment, and opportunity-related programs. Lisa, thank you for coming. Can you come up, please?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Josh. How is everyone doing today? So, as you know, as professionals, we always have to be ready. So, my slot was moved up a bit, so bear with me. But, hey, the show must go on. So first, thank you, ladies, for the warm welcome, and again, good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank Josh and the leadership team that you saw a little while ago for inviting us out this evening. And I want to give a special shout out to Melanie Harris. She goes unnoticed a lot, but she partners with so many organizations, and naaap is one of her favorites. So she keeps us sort of tied in closely to the organization. So Melanie, thank you for keeping me on track. And my fellow Cox partners that are at the table as well, thank you for coming out and supporting. It is a pleasure to be here with you this evening, everyone, to celebrate another year of accomplishments by the National Association of Asian American Professionals in Atlanta. Now, when Josh came to us with the opportunity to speak about our commitment to diversity and the community, we pretty much jumped at the chance. But it's really because naaap, you know, it's really focused on the things that we're focused on as well at Cox. You want to develop and empower diverse professionals in the workplace. And that's one of our primary goals at Cox. So as Melanie stated earlier, Cox has been a supporter of naaap Atlanta since 2004, and we value our partnerships with this great organization. So with that in mind, Cox has a simple belief. We do the right thing for our employees, our customers, and our communities. This has been our belief for more than 100 years and a guided principle that we live by. Diversity is not just a tagline at Cox, it's an important part of our vision and values. We focus our efforts on empowering individuals, preserving the environment, and promoting diversity through our resources, hands-on service, and leadership. At Cox, we also understand that a diverse workplace that's managed by leaders who cherish difference and foster an inclusive environment unlocks the innovative potential of its people. Now, in order for us to gain and maintain market share and expand into new markets, it really hinges on our ability to recruit and retain high potential professionals who understand the products and service needs of the customers and prospective customers in our communities. That's why professionals like you are so important. Now, in my role leading diversity and inclusion at Cox, I spend a lot of time ensuring we maintain key relationships with organizations like naaap. I also partner very closely with our head of talent acquisition and talent management to ensure we're recruiting and retaining the best diverse talent. We really understand that the innovative value professionals bring, it just really can help move the mark in a business. We also ensure we show respect to the communities that we do business in by celebrating Asian heritage on a consistent basis, coast to coast. So with that in mind, we've developed a communications plan with key messages and announcements that drive awareness of different cultures internally and externally in diverse forums. So that's also why I've made it a point to connect with many of our employees of Asian descent frequently, and I have standing lunches and meetings so I can gain their perspective on diversity in our organization. They are my eyes and my ears within the businesses. So I'll tell you, just a personal note, I've learned so much from one of my mentees within the company. He actually grew up in Hong Kong. He studied abroad in England a little bit, then decided to come to the States, and now he works at Cox. And he challenges me often. You know what, but he brings great insight and great perspective to the business, and our chats are just it's very enlightening and exciting, and that's the kind of environment that we really want to foster and we thrive in as employees. So now I'd like to take a few minutes of your time. We're going to show you a different side of our business and just show how we do a great job, sort of, highlighting things, our commitment to diversity, our work in the community. So I want you to sit back and relax a little bit and have a look.
Actively support countless local and national nonprofit organizations across the country.
Everybody loves to deal with Cox because that means lots of employees and lots of enthusiasm. Well, Cox has been involved for many years, being really revved up in 2005 and teamed with Steve Clark and started really concentrating on changing neighborhoods. Cox brings so much in terms of leadership. I think that the volunteers take away a lot from this. So I do think that they go and they tell others how valuable it is to help a family build wealth, help a family build a brighter future for their children.
I want to thank Cox and all their employees for sponsoring it.
Cox Enterprises and LULAC have a common vision to improve the well-being of the Latino community. We know that there's incredible opportunities for scholarships and for leadership development and for mentoring, and we know that those employees are looking to make a difference in the communities in which they work. What we're excited about with Cox is that they have companies such as the Cox Communications and even Mannheim that are partnering with local LULAC councils across the United States. We think that's exactly the right model to have.
Rivers are important to all of us because we all need clean water. Rivers provide most of our drinking water. So having clean and healthy rivers is fundamental to our enjoyment of life itself. The support that Cox provides to our National Rivers Cleanup is critical. As a result of that work, we have removed more than 3 million pounds of trash from the nation's rivers. And in addition, because Cox is a media organization, it helps us get the word out around the country to citizens about the importance of clean water and healthy rivers.
Cox executives participate in what we call our Black Executive Exchange Program, where they visit college campuses and they visit those campuses to impart knowledge, to share experiences, to serve as role models for the students on those college campuses. And that's been a very important part of our relationship with Cox.
TPL's partnership with Cox Enterprises has been a wonderful motivator for local communities to really tell their stories. Cox Conserve Heroes made an impact in many, many communities. The volume of inspirational stories that have come through this program, that's the real success. Thousands of people have been exposed so far. It's not just about the land, it's also about the people and about how land and people come together. And that's one of the reasons that this program, the Cox Conserves Hero Initiative, has been so important to the Trust for Public Land in helping make those connections between land and people and inspiration.
I want to congratulate Cox Enterprises for being an outstanding corporate citizen. You learned a long time ago that treating people equally, your customers, your employees, is not just the right thing to do, but it's also good business.
You know, plenty of corporations talk about corporate social responsibility, but Cox is really doing it. And they have been for a long time. And it's not surprising. It's really part of their DNA.
We think that it's incredibly important for corporations that do business in communities across the country to have a great relationship with those communities and to give back to those communities. And Cox has been a wonderful corporate citizen because what they're doing is working directly with those communities through their operating companies and having an impact.
Cox has been an example of what corporate citizenship should be. We're proud to count Cox Enterprises as one of our valued and trusted partners. What makes a difference in a major American company is whether its own executives have passion for community service, have passion for partnerships. And I would say Cox and its executives have demonstrated that kind of passion, and that really, really makes a difference.
And that is what it's really all about. And Cox gets it. I just get it. And that leadership then turns and shows other people how they can be a beacon and how they can also serve.
I guess if there's one thing I could say in closing, it would be thank you. Thank you certainly to Cox Enterprises, the Cox Conserves Heroes program, but also to the communities and the thousands of people that have submitted entries and the wonderful stories that we've gotten to hear about local efforts, local heroes, local inspirations.
Well, I just reiterate how important it is for us to make sure we continue to partner, because together we can do so much more than we could ever do separately.
At Cox Enterprises, we use our resources, outreach, and hands-on service to empower individuals, preserve the environment, and promote diversity. By being a good corporate citizen, we seek to inspire lasting, positive change. Visit us on Facebook to learn more about Cox and to share your stories.
Thank you, thank you. So that's a little bit of the behind the scenes that's going on at Cox. So we're not just cable, for those of you that are familiar with our telecommunications business, Cox Communications, or Cox Media, but there's a lot of great work also going on behind the scenes. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, in addition to our partnership with naaap Atlanta, we also partner locally with the Asian American Legal Advocacy Center. I believe Alice and Julia from ALAC are here with us tonight. Woo! Wonderful ladies there. We also partner with the Center for Pan-Asian Community Service as well. So folks, the bottom line is this. We've done a lot of great work in diversity and inclusion at Cox, but there's still so much more to do. More employees to recruit and hire, more customers to understand and acquire, more communities to connect with as a whole to grow our business. This is a business imperative. Diversity and inclusion and partnering with organizations like naaap is so very important. So in closing, I'd like to thank Vivi and her awesome leadership team. And I want to thank you all here today for your support of naaap as well. I've enjoyed getting to know many of you in the community, being new to Atlanta about 7 months now. And I look forward to a long-standing partnership. If you have any questions about diversity and inclusion at Cox, don't hesitate to connect with me personally. And if I do have to skip out everyone, please, I give you my apologies now. I'm recovering from surgery, but my relationship at naaap is so very important. I needed to make sure I was here with you tonight. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.